Necry Talkie, they have a brand new song and video that we are here to check out. And do you know what? Necry Talkie are one of these bands who I really wish I spent more time getting to know a bit better. But over the last few years, actually, I've covered them a lot. I did a full review of their album Zoo when it came out. I've checked out most of their singles, but there's always little bits and bobs that I'm missing with them, and I never really deep dive into their stuff enough. But every time I go to check out Necry Talkie, it's always impressive on some level. I'm always honest about, when there's something that really appeals to me and something when it appeals to me less, and, which are my favorites and which are probably the ones that I consider to be more meh. But you know what? As a general, Necry Talkie have never been a letdown, and they've always been cheerful. And, when you do a channel like this, the biggest problem is that you have to respond to so many different bands and things. And actually, I'm excited to. I love the variation of Japanese music and how high the quality is across the board. But as a result, it means that sometimes even something you really enjoy, like Necry Talkie, can kind of get lost just because there's so many other things you have to check out as well. But every time I circle back around to this band, I'm always happy to do so. This is a new song. I just checked out the title before I loaded this up. Yeah, Mob Nari no Kung Fu. Now, given what their songs are like and what their music videos are like, I'm assuming we're about to see something pretty epically crazy. I don't know, though. I don't want to set my expectations too high. I've already set a lot of positives out before this, haven't I? We're going to be honest as always, but either way, I'm just going to be happy to see what it is. This first frame looks pretty nuts. Someone has clearly got confused about how to play chess. Let's jump in, check it out. Necry Talkie, Mob Narino no Kung Fu. Kung Fu. Let's go. Let's check it out now. Thought we were going a bit glitchy there. I love the fact the keyboard's always front and center. Oh yeah, the crazy's kicking off early. I'm liking the gentle melodic build-up of the pre-chorus, despite what we're seeing. Oh, wait, they gone from a live house out into the countryside? Nice build-up. I feel like we're really in the build-up still, like we're building up to a crescendo or something here. Wow, they went there. Loving this proper bridge in here. Nice melodic. You are not playing the same game. Back to the start. This song is not long as well. It's 3.5 minutes, but it feels so short. I think the narrative-based music video does a lot for that as well. That sort of keyboard guitar solo was cool as well. Energy's great though. That was cool. All right. You got to give that credit. That was a ton of fun. That was a ton of fun. Well, they're going to have it out, are they? Anyway, we'll leave the Necro Talkie logo on there. Okay, that was a ton of fun on there. So, okay. Couple of things to cover first of all. First things first, I love the fact that their music video, once again, they've been really cool with their music videos in the last 2 years. I can't remember if this really goes back to the beginning of their career, but especially in the last few years, their videos have been really creative regardless of the budget. And I think a lot of the time their budget's maybe been lower in sort of post-Zoo years. But it really feels like their videos have just been so involving and interesting and creative and playful. And that helps a lot with the song because the song itself is all the things that we like from Necry Talkie, but there's no doubt that it is Necry Talkie being Necry Talkie. This is not changing the formula in any vast way. So in other words, if you're a Necry Talkie fan, you're probably going to love this. If you're not a Necry Talkie fan, this is not going to change your mind. And if you've never heard of them before, it's a pretty interesting way to get in, but they've got, more classic songs that maybe you'll go to first of all. So this, to me, this primarily serves as a single, which is a fun, refreshing of the sound for Necry Talkie fans. I do love the fact that it's it kind of brings everything that we like about the band. Keyboard front and center, playing off the guitar, so much musicianship going on. Everything from the bass, guitars, keyboard, drums, all of it. Every single level, there's something creative happening, and that sort of frenetic motion that is running throughout their songs is a big part of the excitement. A big part of what draws people to this band is that there's just always something happening, and you can just feel that nuance and that sense of detail in all of their songs, but it's conveyed in a playful way. It's not like sort of some hardcore musos. Let's sit down and think about the complex way that we're going to convey the emotions. It's like, no, let's throw a bunch of stuff, but let's take the time and use the experience to put it together in a song that's well structured and actually is entertaining rather than just a sort of batshit crazy mess. So I like this. I like it a lot for all the reasons I like Necry Talkie. It's well structured, it's entertaining, and it's full of fun, engaging stuff that brings you in. Again, the video, I have to give credit to the video because this felt really short and quick, and I think the video added a lot to that. Another aspect that added a lot to that was the bridge. Bridge can make or break a song. The bridge in this one was really cool in that it had that little bit of a change, went into a slight sort of step away on the key, and then it sort of looped back round through that solo, which was kind of like just playing really on the original refrain, but having the guitar and the keyboard really lean into it. All kind of simple rock and roll strategies, but again, executing it in a really nice way, putting everything together that you needed to make a interesting, compelling rock song that never had any dead spaces in it, never had any spaces in it where you were just kind of feeling like, oh, we're just plodding along. No, it always feels like it's grabbing your attention. It's interesting because about halfway through a song, it felt like it was building up to something, and I think that's probably because this song doesn't have like a big noticeable chorus. It's not like one of those choruses where you're going to remember it and sing along, or even it's going to get stuck in your head. It's more just the energy of the song sticks with you. It feels melodic, it feels sing-alongable, but not in that sort of kind of catchy, memorable way, more in that sort of, you just kind of, when you're listening to it, you want to sing along with it, you want to, sort of party with that energy, but it doesn't feel like the sort of song where I don't think this is going to be stuck in my head tomorrow. I think every time I put it on, I'm going to be happy, but I don't think it's going to be stuck in my head. So it's not that kind of single. So this is why, for me, I feel in a lot of ways, this is Necry Talkie, being Necry Talkie in as safe a way as Necry Talkie could ever be safe. But it's not pushing the boat out. It's just sort of, showing us why we love them in the first place. So definitely this is one more for the fans. Video. That's so cool. You can see with virtually no budget, this was a ton of fun. I love all the craziness. I love like beardy deaf man there playing chess while she's playing like Gomoku or something, and there's just like the total disparity. I just love the energy. The energy of this was brilliant. Ton of fun. Necry Talkie always bringing something great to the table. So I enjoyed it. Get in the comments as always. Tell me what you thought, and until I hopefully see you in Japan very soon for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.